I would like to raise a toast for your friend at a nearby tavern, if that's all right.
I just hope that we could have some food. We'll go back to the nice part of the town and see what we can find in there.
Closest one is the Wailing Inn and Tavern. A man immediately comes up to you. Hello, folks. How can I be of service with you here tonight? We don't normally serve people of your type.
Ooh, this place is like super racist.
You don't say.
Several vegetables, rotten vegetables, are thrown from somewhere within the tavern.
I can't see anything. No glaring.
No, that roll, no.
Who's the dead man that threw the carrot?
We don't allow disruptions like this in our establishments. I know maybe for people like you, this might be normal.
Where I come from, I love to make up and to give friendly hugs as a way to yeah. But you don't know that yet.
So we don't do this here, especially you and me. Especially you and me. You successfully nab all of the money.
Can I step on the foot of the guy who threw the tomatoes on the way out without him noticing or not noticing, but like just on the way out?
Like trip on it and like step on his foot.
Yeah, like, ooh, sorry, as on the way out.
Yeah, make it. You're trying to pass it off as an accident?
Yeah.
No, you make a performance check.
Okay. 4.
But can me being a giant man take the lead and like decide I want to step on his foot as well? Can I make the roll for it?
Guys!
I mean, I would have done it more as
de-escalate now.
I would have done it more as a dexterous thing, like as just a quickly on the way out, as opposed
to. Do a dexterity. So you can
okay.
add your dexterity modifier to.
That's way better. 18.
Sure. Okay, but just because I don't want to fight.
No, it's not supposed to start something. It's just like a little jab on the way out.
He shouts in pain and kind of glares in your direction. You see kind of like next to his plate is like another rotten tomato. And as you're leaving,
I'm gonna dodge out of the way.
does a 15 hit you?
Just barely.
Okay, a tomato, that same tomato you just barely glanced, it smacks you in the back in your back as you're leaving.
It's fine. I take it and I just kind of eat it in front of him as we leave.
You grab it. All right. And so you guys exit. I'm gonna say right away there is a inn right across the way, but there isn't. I would assume you would know that at this point, this side of town, you might have a similar experience there, but you can go and try that. There's the big words over the top of it that said Red Bell's Tavern on the top of that one. It's a big triangular building that's kind of wedged. It's really tall, much taller than this tavern, and it's kind of this weird triangular shape that's wedged in between two other buildings as if it was built after because of the prime real estate option, and it has a weird revolving door in the middle of this triangle, like point.
We know Hattrick likes the posh, so.
I was gonna say we don't. Oh, go ahead.
I'm setting up camp somewhere else. I would rather pitch a tent. Since we first came into this city with Wabi, we already were receiving some not so nice remarks.
It's actually true.
I'm done with this place. Someone else says one more thing, I'm taking out my sword and I'm cutting some faces off.
So I was gonna say we don't have to spend much time on this, but Hattrick would like to just go in and try to smooth over just a one-night stay at the inn and see if it's possible. We don't have to spend a ton of time on it.
Okay, so we'll say you go in alone, and you're gonna talk to the barkeep and see if you can secure a room for the night for you and your crew.
So I take off my hat and kind of replace my kind of nicer clothes with kind of grungier like not as workman's clothes, and even putting them on it just feels weird.
Do you have like
He's
clothes
not
in your
used-
backpack or something?
Yeah, so my hat functions as like it's his magical item, a bag of holding, but it's a hat. It's a hat of holding.
Yeah.
And so he puts on a different pair of clothes, like a workman's kind of clothes.
Where do
and
you
he says-
dress? In the middle of the street? Or?
So like not like underwear or anything like that. Like he just like switches his like shirt like real quick
okay.
and like his like
Okay.
pants like in the like an alley if it's nearby, and that's it.
Yeah.
Like just switches pants and shirt and like goes in and paint like an absolute frantic look on my face as I go in and say, my lady and her slave companions, they need a room absolutely on the double, sir. Can you please help me out?
Did you come in with? Okay.
No.
All right. He looks at this is just big old elf, like really buff, like no sleeves, like guy behind the bar, and he looks at you. He's like, a damsel in distress.
Yes, sir.
We don't often allow slaves in here, but
how might we serve her, my good sir? From outside?
yeah, roll persuasion with advantage. With advantage.
Oh, yes.
Val's is gonna sleep outside.
That's gonna be a you said persuasion? Mm-hmm. It's gonna be 17 with advantage of 17.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, sir, we don't. Damsel in distress. I do like a good damsel in distress. Yes. Okay, I will allow it. It's against our policy. I won't, but we must not let the bell know, okay? You must sneak in. The stairway's over there. Rush, okay? She's currently in her office. I won't let them know. You can go to room number 5. Here's the key. I would expect 5 gold for your stay.
For elven nobility, sir? I can't go back to my mistress and say that to her.
Nobility, you say?
Yes, sir.
Fine. You can have the standard rate of 12 silver.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, he hands you the key, and you guys can rush through if you would like. If you can convince Wyatt at this point.
And me.
And Val. Yeah.
Playing no.
However,
Yeah.
you're the whole ploy of this. Like, we need your damsel in distress. So.
This monk.
Two dudes just start walking in, a giant.
Shatterkai monk as this damn.
We do need a rest, though. I would love to have a rest.
So, I come outside and kind of explain the whole situation, and like it just like you are better than everyone inside that building. Not that it'd be hard to act that out, but just like go straight to the room. And so we go like I go behind her, like almost like bowing and stuff like that, and giving her like, that allure and everything.
I put my cloak up.
What do you guys do?
I'm not following. I'm setting up a tent somewhere else. So yeah, Wyatt has already made his mind up at that point.
Oh, okay.
He is not spending another second in the town.
Okay. What do
So-
you do?
I just want to rest, wherever that is.
So are you going with going into the inn, or are you going with Wyatt to wherever he's going?
I
But you already said you didn't want to go in, right? So I can just pretend like you're coming in. It's really the room's just for me.
You put on my
He
cloak.
bows to nothing.
That's really funny.
No one's there. He walks
So-
back.
I love the idea of just you going in.
Changing the room.
Valis would not be I'm gonna sleep outside. I'm gonna follow Wyatt.
I'm a loyal breed, and so we will be following Wyatt, unfortunately.
I will remind you of the kind care that you got from the Breezy Fiddle just across the river.
It's actually back to where we started this.
Mm-hmm.
Do you want to check out the Breezy Fiddle, or do you want to set a tent?
Let's go to the Breezy Fiddle.
All right, it is.
Birdie was nice to us, and the black sludge was delicious.
Yeah, I'm lounging. Enjoying my nice hot bath and everything.
All right, for the sake of this, you guys make it to the Breezy Fiddle. It's dark. It's dark by this time. There's not many lights in the slums, but you make your way, stumble along, and you get to the Breezy Fiddle. You knock on the door, and Birdie comes out and like has like a nightcap on, a little gnome guy, like 2.5 feet tall, and he like comes out. Oh, my sirs, where is your friend? Where's your son? Come on in. Have you seen Travis?
Do we want to tell him the truth about Travis?
We haven't seen him.
Wyatt looks right at King and doesn't say a single word.
We decide we're not going to say it. Tell him. Like,
Okay. He noticed your silence. He's like, okay, maybe you haven't seen him. Did you part ways with your friend?
a little too soon. But yes, we have lost our friend. And when we say lost, we mean that we've had to bury him.
He died? Oh no.
As
I
of
can't
now.
imagine losing somebody you love, that you care for.
That's why we need a rest.
Okay. Oh, you need a rest. Of course. Of course. We have some rooms here. They're not of the best quality, but... And who is your friend over here?
Our damsel in distress.
Jab you a little bit. Not to hurt you.
Oh, sorry.
Shut up.
Any friend of Wyatt and King is welcome here. Please come. And he shows you some rooms. He only has 2 rooms that are like just 2 rooms in the whole place, and they're dusty, but they have. You might have to sleep on the. You realize you might have to sleep on the floor because that bed is not big enough for you.
Yeah.
And he says, please, on us. I know Travis, when he left to get supplies, he says, I like those people. Those are good people there. And so he said, if you ever came back, you can stay for free. And I would be glad to, just let me know if we have it, it's for you.
Nice.
we can offer it to you. We're so happy that you were willing to help our town and search for the missing people.
I'm going to go to the room, take out my bedroll, and go to sleep.
Okay.
I'm
Cool.
gonna reach down and pat the gnome a little bit on the shoulder and say, thank you, this is better than anything else in town.
Yeah.
Oh, you're too kind. All right. Well, let me know if you need anything. And he has, by the way, like a little candle, maybe a little candle on a little candlestick holder. And he walks out, and there's no light in your rooms or anything to light. But, yeah.
Perfect.
I see.
Wyatt's sleeping.
All right. And and you have a beautiful room to yourself. The bed is
Bubble bath.
Zero shame.
there is a jacuzzi, like it's magically bubbly, and there is like in the corner and shaped like a heart, and there is like just this big old, like bigger than a king bed, just with beautiful sheets, and it's so soft.
He got the honeymoon suite.
Yeah, he did.
He really
For
did.
himself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
It was probably because of the damsel in distress thing.
Yeah.
Right.
See?
You are the damsel.
All right, and y'all
take that.
You can all take a long rest.
All right, good.
Boom.
I don't take the whole long rest. I just take 4 hours and meditate. But
All right,
I'm
just
taking a long rest.
sit on the floor and meditate.
yep.
Yay,
In the
I can get
darkness.
I tapped out. I used all of my spells and all my healing lights, so.
All right, it is a new morning. You wake up to the sound of pots and pans over here rattling, and you come out to see a bowl of porridge and a grilled cheese
Yes.
sitting out for you.
Cheese sandwiches.
And Birdie comes around the side and says, and also some black sludge, by the way. He noticed how
Butter.
much you liked it last time. And for all, at just a little table in the corner. And he says, Madam, what can I make you? These 2 love the grilled cheeses and porridge.
What's a grilled cheese?
Oh, grilled cheese! I learned about this recently. It's bread with cheese in the middle, and it turns out I got some new cheese the other day. So this is better cheese than the last time. I hope you enjoy it. This is gonna be even better, sir. Yeah,
I'll take whatever you want to make me.
amazing. So he goes back into the kitchen, pulls out another grilled cheese. And he says, I know I said that you could stay here for free and all that, but is there any way I can just take a donation? I realized that we're short on supplies as I was making you guys some food, and Travis just never came back with some of the new supplies, and I'm a bit worried about him.
I will gladly give him 2 gold.
I'll
What?
give him a gold too.
3 gold. Oh my!
And
I haven't seen this much money in years. You sure? Are you sure?
And
I give him 1 platinum, and I say that there's a nice nice guy uptown that wanted to make a donation.
Well, he nearly faints at that. Like he has never seen a platinum in his life. His face just goes sheet white. He's like, "Sir, I can't accept this for a grilled cheese."
I think he can.
I think he can.
Yeah, and I think I'd just like to talk to him about Travis. Like, how long has Travis been gone?
He's been gone just a couple days. Right, he went out to get supplies when you guys almost right after you guys left, and he hasn't come back in a couple days. I'm very worried about him. He doesn't usually stay this long away. We're good friends, he and I.
Can I make an insight check for these guys to know, since I don't know what happened to Travis?
Yeah.
But just to see if I can tell if they know what happened. Oh, yeah, I like that. 18.
Yeah, you can tell they're hiding something currently.
So I look at you guys to see.
I will use Thieves' Cantonese.
What?
Thieves can't, excuse me. To send a secret message to you, just letting you know.
Does she know thieves can't? I think only thieves know it.
Bummer.
I think only thieves know.
Bummer.
She has insight, so
Maybe you just guess she's a thief and you say some, gibberish and she's like...
what did you
Oh,
just
yeah,
call
I
me?
got it. You could just
Never
whisper
mind.
to me.
Yeah. I'll look over and just kind of whisper.
Got it.
And Birdie's looking around like, do you know anything? You seem to know something. Let me give him a perception check. Nope.
Still got the gleam of the platinum in his eye.
Yeah, he's
Poor
like,
little
But
man.
hey, take 2 more pieces of gold here.
what are you doing? More gold? He's gonna perceive again. Oh, this is getting why are you feeding me so much gold? I'm a little surprised.
But
I think you.
I don't know. I
tell
can't
them.
accept this.
I think that we've buttered him up enough to be able to tell him. We've set him up with some finances. I know he's worried that his boss is gone, and friend. So we're gonna tell him the truth.
What do you say?
Well, when we were on search and went to find the mayor, Alder, you know, on our mission of figuring out why there was so many missing people, Travis was a zombie.
Travis was a what?
And I tried to talk to him.
Travis was a what? Sorry.
A zombie. Yeah, that's where we're at. A zombie.
Was he alive?
He was, until I tried to talk to him, and he refused to talk. Then we had to kill him.
You killed him? You killed Travis?
Are you actually
Maybe you should have buttered up a little more.
just hand another gold piece?
I feel like a platinum was a really good butter up.
You just hear a jangle as all the coins
You
drop.
just forgot to add that why he yelled at you, King, for trying to talk to Travis in the middle of a battle.
All the
It
coins
was
just drop
Travis.
to the
Like there
floor.
was like a bit of a relationship.
There's no easy way though.
No.
Let's just be.
It's like pulling off a band-aid. You know?
And yeah, and I don't suspect a Goliath would be very. Let's beat around the bush.
Intelligence is not my strength.
You're gonna say it.
We're just being brutally honest here.
The coins just shattered to the ground. His face just, again, turns a new, different type of sheet white. And he's like, you killed him? How could you? I thought I don't understand.
Why I speak up and try to use as much charm and persuasion as I can.
Please.
On Birdie, as I just like explain the details of what happened. Birdie, Alder, the mayor of the town, got, I forget his name, Travis, and has sadly taken his life. And
It was Alder.
It was Alder.
The mayor.
When we found Travis, we tried to talk to him. We tried to see if he was responsive and still with us, but sadly he was not. As we tried to attack Alder, he proved to be too much for us, and we were taken out of there. We almost died, trying to fight for Travis, and sadly we weren't able to defend his honor in this one battle. But we will get Alder back.
Why would he pick Travis of all? I don't understand. And Alder, the mayor, was behind. I can't believe it.
Essentially, by killing Travis, we saved him from being a zombie.
I still don't know what a zombie is. He looks, but I believe you. I do.
Alder is pretty. I'd encourage you to get out of the slums and to find another place to start over again.
I've only ever known. I don't know where to go.
Alder is taking people from this town to recruit them to be a part of an undead army. I fear that you may be next.
Me? Me specifically?
Take the money that we gave you. Start over.
Oh, well, this isn't. Who will take care of the breezy fiddle? This isn't. This is a lot. Oh, I can't leave. This is Travis's pride and joy. He bought this with his wife before she disappeared. I can't leave behind his legacy, knowing it's just gonna rot in the city. This is the only place people can come to hang out in the slums and be themselves.
My guy, look around. This place is empty. Ain't nobody coming up in here.
But we have hope.
Start over. Make a new legacy. Name a new bar, a new inn. Travis. What's his wife's name?
I don't know. She died before I came on staff, I guess.
With your platinum and gold, you have a chance to really start a new life.
You're not wrong. I just wish somebody would take it over here. I would know that this would be a place of hope for the city.
We have a guy that we think would be the finest place around.
He likes the posh. I'm just kidding.
He really does. His name's Hat Trick, and he's really good at drawing crowds.
I sit down next to him because I'm.
You're now the same height. Yeah, you're now the same height.
Yeah. And I say, look, the way things are going, you won't have anyone to entertain. Help us by telling us all you know about Travis and his wife when she was taken as well, and maybe we can make this place a good place to live and people will come back.
Would you... He starts crying at this point. He's like, I have nobody but Travis. And I'm terrified. I'm so terrified. If you promise, and this Hat Trick fellow promise to take care of the breezy fiddle, and give me a little more gold. I know you've been so generous, but I have leaving and starting anew.
I'm even willing to give him a platinum. They've been really good to us. They've let us stay here. They've fed me more than once.
He starts gathering up all of the coins on the floor, and he says, if you promise that you will make the breezy fiddle
Great
a
again?
place of hope. Great again.
Cut that out.
It's never been great. But if you would make it a new place of hope, change it and make it anew, then I will gladly run away. And but not all people here can run away. I don't think you have enough platinum to help us all have the resources to leave. But there are good people here. There are good people here. I just am a recluse, and am I taking any of them with me?
Well, I like setting up camp at the place to be able to draw people in to really figure out what's going on as well.
Yes.
So there's a couple options.
He goes into the back office, You gave him the extra platinum, so take that out of your thing.
I did.
And he puts them in a little bag at his side, and he like puts it securely, like ties it as tight as he could to his belt, and he runs over to the back and comes back with a coffee stained and ratty a deed to the place, and he says, in the event of Travis's death, he signed it all over to me. But I'm leaving. I'm out of here. So you've convinced me, and I'm really glad that people like you who can defend the place too. I have nothing. I don't even have a weapon, you know. Defend this place. You guys. Yeah, you could do it. And so, and he hands you the deed and said, "Who would like to sign on the dotted line?" And it'll be yours. I don't even know if this matters, but this is a thing the mayor set up. Oh, this taxes too. You don't worry about that. You worry about that. All the documents are in the back office, which is the closet. It doubles as the closet as well. You won't fit.
Not surprising.
Don't steal anything.
It's ours now. We don't
You
have to.
own it now.
All the supplies. I'm signing it all over. Who would like to sign on the line?
I don't want to sign on the line. I can't even fit in the office.
You own a tavern.
Oh gosh.
Now you can't steal from it.
What are you doing, by the way, at this point?
You still.
You're
Still in his
are you
bubble
asleep?
bag.
Can we send some smoke signals or something?
We're doing all the
Sleeping
work
in,
over
drooling on the
here.
bed.
Yeah.
No, what he would do while this is going on is he would change back into the worker's garb and come running down and be like, "Why wasn't there a breakfast set up outside the door? You have no idea how close you are to getting me killed. She needs her breakfast now." Like just freaking out. Basically tries to convince them, to bring a breakfast in bed up to the room.
The big old bartender hears you. He's like, "Of course, damsel in distress," and he gets some food together and just hands it, like, basically takes some food out of the window that was for other guests, and he gives them to you. He's like, "Don't worry about this. I love a damsel in distress."
I just like,
He's serious about this.
And he's like, Tell her Bertrand sent her.
Bertrand.
Yeah.
go upstairs and just enjoy this fat meal. And then to like kind of fast forward after the meal and everything, so I completely switch back into my regular garb and walk out like nothing happened, and just like and if he looks at me, throw him a wink and just keep going.
He's like, let's see if he even sees that. Nah, he's too busy.
Checking out his own muscles.
Yeah, he's like over in there's like a mirror next to the bar. He's like, he's like smelling himself. Yeah, I'm ready. And you see him like walk up the stairs, like as you have an idea what he might be trying to do. All right,
And as I leave, I'm like, guys, because nobody's outside where they're supposed to be. So I'm currently lost.
Roll just perception, a guess of what they did, and see if you have any idea what they. Because I think they.
11.
11. You remember them talking about the Breezy Fiddle, but you don't know anything about this town. So you might guess that they'd be there, but you don't know. So where it is. So
How far
what would
is
you?
that from the Breezy Fiddle?
Down by the river. I'm just kidding.
You have to cross the river. You don't know this, but you have to cross the river into the slums. It's probably like a 15-minute walk, 20-minute walk across the river.
I'm gonna play it while they're signing for the inn or the tavern. I would remember how to get back, and so I'm gonna go get him and kind of drag him by the ear back to the Breezy Fiddle.
All right.
You've had your fun.
You guys talk along the
But
way.
it was a lot of fun.
Cool. All right, back at the. Okay, just sign on the. She left, so one of you two, please just sign. I'm very nervous now.
Yeah.
I'm terrified.
Sign Bobby Atkins.
Oh,
Bobby. All right, cool. All right, he hands you over he says, I guess this pin indeed are yours now. And he hands it over to you. He's like, not much to say. This you'll kind of find your way around here, and I am right to me. I wish I knew where I was going. But someday find me and tell me how it goes. I would appreciate it. And he goes into the back. While they're gone, you guys kind of sit, and you could. What would you guys like to say to each other about this turn of events?
It's pretty crazy, right?
Yeah.
Like, original place. One of the things that we asked to do in the beginning was if we could have some type of competition or show or event to draw people in. And now that you are the owner of this tavern.
Technically, it's Wabi.
That's all of us, in a way.
Wabi's in all of us. I can get down.
Careful how we say that, but yeah.
Oh!
As you guys are chatting, you heard a lot of rustling in the back, and Bertie comes out and he says, I stayed in the kitchen. I tried to clean up a little bit. I just stayed in the corner. That's where I lived. I've tried to clean it up. I've got my supplies. He has like a ratty backpack on his back. He says, I'm gonna jump town now if that's okay with you. You've thoroughly terrified me, and I don't want to be a zombie, whatever that is. So, best of luck. And as he's walking, I think you guys are walking out the door. You guys appear.
We can see him walking out.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay, before he goes away, I want to flag him down.
Oh, hi. I don't think I ever knew your name.
Hi, I'm Valis. Before you leave,
Yeah.
can I ask you about his wife? When did she go missing?
Travis's wife,
Yes.
about 5 years ago, if I remember right.
Okay.
We told the guys back a couple of days ago that we didn't know anything about where people were going missing, except that they were going missing around. I think they decided to go talk to the mayor about it. That's all I remember, and then they learned from him some details. But we people have just been going missing the last 5 years. In different spurts of time. Oddly enough, there's only one dwarf man here, actually, now that I think about it. Most of us aren't, it's kind of an interesting thing. Most of us aren't elves over here. Travis was an elf because he liked us, and he wanted to live among us. But but most of us aren't elvish here. There's a variety of different races hiding in our little hovels trying to survive. But there's a dwarfish man. He's the only one that I can think of because every time a dwarf comes in town, they disappear faster than anybody else.
Where can we find this dwarf?
Oh, he's the patron. He's the owner of Family Friendly Stuffs. He's just across the way from the tavern, just over there. It's Family Friendly Stuffs. Look how family's spelled wrong. He's funny. I'm gonna miss him. I don't talk to him much. I'm gonna leave now. Is that okay?
Give him another gold.
Oh, so yeah, I slip him a gold, and I'll actually give him the change.
What?
I would actually give him the change as well. So 1 gold, 4 silver, and 22 copper.
Wow, his bag is bulging now, by his side. Anyway,
Hand him the backpack of.
Where can we find you for when it's safe to return?
I don't know. I've only ever lived here, but I'm just gonna walk on the path that way and hope I find something. That's my goal. But I hope I don't die out there. Anyways, better out there than here. And he just starts walking with the little legs speedily. And yeah. And so yeah.
We'll go back in to the town.
You guys reunite.
What befell? It's a Water Davian way of saying what's up.
I was like, man, that was
Really
interesting,
good,
yeah.
We own the tavern now. This place that you're in. Welcome. It's ours. Now we're gonna change the name to Wabi.
Just Wabi.
Wabi's house.
Wabi's raven feathers.
Be nice.
Is it sentimental? Should I be nice?
Be
Is it
nice.
okay, I'm sorry.
I do like the information that you guys had. Would love to know more if you had it. I don't know how to ask you that, but also that we kind of had this hat trick, and in spite of your lovely gifts and talents, to maybe be able to host an event or challenge or concert, but something. We want to be able to talk to the peeps.
Did you
No.
did you still want to investigate what was underneath the church?
Yes.
Perhaps that's the thing we should do first.
I'm down.
Yep, let's go.
It's always time to right the wrongs.
So we can't. We wash our hands.
All right, and that is where we'll end today's session. As you guys make your journey back to the church, fully rested, you do your best to lock up the tavern along the way, I assume. And yeah, now you are proud owners of the tavern, the Breezy Fiddle. You can change the sign out front later.
Wabi waving for it.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the name. Wabi waving for it.
Feathered.
Feather for it.
It's spelled wrong.
You said 3 different
It's
last
actually
names
just spelled
in
wrong.
this
There's
like
no,
last.
there's no discrepancy. of
Wow,
what
you
he's
really
saying.
knew this guy well.
Yeah. He was okay. I only knew him for a couple of days.
Loyal friends?
Yeah, I was gonna say very, very.
You met at Hertz
Hey.
Horses.
Horse.
I'm
Perfect.
a rogue now.
All right, we'll end the session there as they travel to the church to find out what is going on beneath. And they are proud owners of a tavern, and we'll find you next time on the Holy Tabletop. Comment below your favorite part because we need comments. Comment, please. That's
Like and subscribe.
yeah. Thanks for being around, everybody. And that is it for today.